Stand well. Line is good. Off they go. Caught them in an even line, too. Down on the inside, Unique was the first out with Triumphal March. Away quickly, Mr. Digby and Port Carling going fast, and so is Taher on the outside. Behind them, LA Bijou from Emerald and Barmax as they pass the Jarger. And they're followed by Just a Dash, about 3 off the fence, a length and a half to Amaranda. Prince Pleas in behind them on the outside of Astralin as they race out of the straight. 2 lengths to Lord Marcellus, a length and a half, My King's Honour. And Bianco Lady has dropped out to last, racing along the riverside of the track with about 2,000 metres left to go. And Taher a dash to the lead by 6 lengths in advance of Mr. Digby on the outside of LA Bijou. 2 lengths to Well Lorena on the outside of Unique, a length and a half, Just a Dash. 2 lengths to Port Carling, 1 Triumphal March, a length and a half, Seeker, who's over on the inside of Amaranth. They're closely followed by Astralin, 1 length to Barmax, followed by Prince Plea. Lord Marcellus further back, Bianco Lady next to last, and last of all is My King's Honour along the back. 1,600 metres left to go. It's Taher, about 5 lengths to Mr. Digby, 3 lengths further back LA Bijou, a length and a half, Unique on the inside of El Lorena, close behind them on the rails, Just a Dash. They're followed by Triumphal March on the outside of Port Carling. Next, Amarant around the outside of Seeker, a length and a half. Astralin has got back in the field. Barmax is running about 5th last around the outside of Prince Plea, a length and a half to Lord Marcellus, followed by Bianco Lady. And My King's Honour is last of all. Taher making every post a winner. 1,200 metres left to go as 10 lengths clear of Mr. Digby. 1 length to LA Bijou, a length and a half, Unique on the inside of El Lorena. 2 lengths to Just a Dash, a half Triumphal March moving over. So is Barmax around the outside of Port Carling, a length and a half to Prince Plea. They're followed by Seeker going forward. Lord Marcellus around the outside of Amarant, a length and a half to Astralin. 2 lengths Bianco Lady. And My King's Honour last of all. 800 metres left to go, and Taher starting to come back to the field. About 4 lengths to Mr. Digby on the inside of LA Bijou, a length and a half then to Unique, followed by El Lorena. Lord Marcellus right around the outside. Just a Dash in behind them on the rails looking for a runner. Triumphal March is further back as they make the turn. They're followed by Astralin and Barmax on the outside, and Prince Plea as they straighten up where Lord Marcellus has moved up on the outside of LA Bijou, who's gone to the front. 450 metres left to go, and LA Bijou is the leader, clear now from Lord Marcellus. They're well out in front. In the 3rd place behind them, Prince Plea. I don't think Triumphal March can win. It's buried in the field, so is Just a Dash. But LA Bijou is dashed well clear. 200 to go, about 3 lengths to Lord Marcellus. Port Carling coming home well down the outside. Prince Plea, Astralin, well back Triumphal March. LA Bijou is well clear with 100 to go from Port Carling, followed by Astralin starting to fly home. But it's LA Bijou's Dalgety, and LA Bijou won it by a length to Port Carling. Astralin was a good run 3rd. 4th home Bianco Lady there with Prince Plea and Lord Marcellus, and back behind them Triumphal March. Then Just a Dash. Further away is Amarant, Barmax, and back behind them Unique. A long gap to Mr. Digby, followed by El Lorena. And well back in the field came Seeker, followed by My King's Honour, and Taher's run last.
For the Victorian Quadrilla, nearly $10,600.
Number 2, LA Bijou. Brilliant ride by Gary Willits. Well, this horse is coming back, or in fact, he's right back to his best, LA Bijou. He ran a very good race in the WS Cox Plate last Saturday. Was never in doubt all the way down the straight once he did grab the lead, with the bolder Lord Marcellus going up to tackle him, but LA Bijou kept going. Has won from number 7, Port Carling, ridden by R. Quinton, and a very good run by Astralin, who looks as if he'll get the 3,200 metres on Tuesday. Official placings in the Dalgety: 2, 7 and 12. Number 2, LA Bijou, G. Willits first. Number 7, Port Carling, R. Quinton was second. Number 12, Astralin, ridden by P. Alderman, has run 3rd. On the other hand, very disappointing runs by Triumphal March and Just a Dash. Both very disappointing. Tote dividends in the Dalgety. Number 2, LA Bijou, has paid $2.80 for the win and 95 cents for the place. He drops a kilo on his weight today for the Melbourne Cup on Tuesday. He carries 55 on Tuesday. LA Bijou, 280 and 95. Second, 7 Port Carling, which has come home very well, paid 175. And 3rd placing going to number 12 Astralin, which has possibly come home better than anything else in the race. 135 for the place for Astralin. 2, 7 and 12. Light has failed considerably here in the last half hour. Very dark overhead, and a few seagulls about. As we have a look at the Dalgety from a Melbourne Cup point of view, Certainly the best runs in the race, those of the three place getters. LA Bijou, there's one thing about this fellow, he'll be up there all the way and has got that good turn of speed for the long run home here at Flemington, which he displayed this afternoon. And coming from the back, Port Carling and the particularly good run of Astralin. And on the other hand, it's very hard to work out the form of Triumphal March, who was buried in the field, and also Just a Dash. One would have to say that both of them were disappointing here this afternoon. Both should have done much better. LA Bijou, Port Carling and Astralin, result of the final event, the Dalgety, in which the scratchings were 8 dealers' choice and 14 dry wine, and the time for the race was 2:35.2. 2:35.2. We're standing by for dividends on the last event in the card. Now keep in mind, on Monday night we have greyhound racing, the final of the Winfield Cup at Olympic Park. Greyhound racing, Olympic Park Monday night, again at Sandown Park Thursday night, and the second leg of the VRC Carnival here on Tuesday, the Melbourne Cup. Astralin comes down to 48.5, so he drops a kilo. LA Bijou drops a kilo to 55, and Port Carling is down 1.5 from 52.5 to 51 for the Melbourne Cup here. El Lorena, well, he's lost all form by the look of it. Bianco Ladies come home from a long way back to finish not far behind them. There were 3 of them went over the line just behind the place getters. Prince Plea was there, and so was Lord Marcellus, a surprisingly good run, the best form he's shown for a long, long time, and Bianco Lady was with them. Although officially 4th is number 9, Prince Plea, officially 5th Lord Marcellus, which meant that Bianco Lady, who was coming home strongly down the outside, has run 6th. Now the Quinella on the last event has paid $18.45. $18.45 Quinella. The double paid $274.60. Double $274.60. By the way, the crowd here this afternoon, 39,775. 39,775 is slightly above that of last year.